Namaste everyone. Today is a new meeting. Today we speak about the great sage Patanjali. So who was the great sage Patanjali? Yeah? We speak about more than 2000 years ago. We don't know exactly. They say maybe 200 before Jesus Christ, in between 200 years and 400 years before Jesus Christ. It's uncertain, so it is why I cannot give you the right date. And actually this guy, this sage, changed the way of looking into yoga. Remember that for a long time, for many years, we speak about thousands of years ago, nothing has been written about yoga. Nothing until the day of Patanjali. Patanjali sat and started to write. Before that, we have the Rig Vedas, the scriptures, the holy scriptures, the oldest scriptures, the Rig Vedas. We have the seals, the tablets, where some information of yoga posture. When they found the tablets, they say, "Wow, this looks yoga posture." But what about yoga, really? What about yoga? Yoga. So Patanjali wrote like Ganesh, you know, the elephant god. This is the planet Mercury related to Ganesh, the elephant god. And if you look, Ganesh is writing, is taking notes. There is the wise man next to him, is dictating, is receiving the information from the consciousness, the higher consciousness from Brahma, and the sage dictate to Ganesh, and Ganesh starts to write the knowledge. So same Patanjali did. Let's have just few minutes to sit comfortably with your spinal straight, your shoulder relaxed, neck is relaxed. Relax your jaw. Put your hands in Jnana Mudra on top of your knees. And have few deep inhalation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And let it sink inside of you. The understanding, the silence, the consciousness, being in touch with the seer, with your consciousness, the witness, the one who sees and perceives everything of your life, detached from the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the intellect. Go to that space inside of you, that cocoon. Breathe through it a few times. Inhale and exhale. And from that place, we will receive the knowledge of today class. Try not to identify with other knowledge that you have about yoga. Just empty yourself and receive a new information without discrimination, without too much judging. just allowed yourself to receive the class of today. In the silence, you create a space inside of you to receive. Then rub your hands. And create the heat. And then put the palms of your hands in front of your eyes, receiving this warming energy like from the sun. You receive the vital force, the prana of the sun. You can feel it inside of your body, passing through your eyes, entering in your heart, and expanding in all directions from your heart in all your body. Smooth sensation of well-being in all the body. And then slowly and slightly you open your eyes, very gently. Once you open your eyes, you remove the hands in front of your eyes. We are here again in a meditative state. So imagine to be Patanjali. Why not? Suddenly, one day you wake up, you take your pen and you start to write scriptures, holy scriptures that you receive from the divine knowledge. Maybe in a poetical way. Maybe someone is singing to you and you're receiving this sound with logos, with words. Because there is the sound, like the wheels, they do in the sea, they speak through sound, but we human being has the intellect, and we are capable of communicating, me to you, you to me, with the logos, with words, and putting the words together and going into philosophy, going into what is the memory, write it down, and creating also something to the future, projecting for the future. Don't you think that Patanjali, when wrote everything related to yoga and to the way how to behave, how should I behave in my life? How should I behave, me towards you and me towards myself? What do you think that Patanjali, when he wrote everything, all this information was for him, like it's mine, I keep it, I'm writing it for me, or I'm writing it for you, for humanity? Probably he wrote everything from the heart, not too much from the intellect, from the heart. All the wisdom of Patanjali came from the heart, came from a place of surrounding, of wisdom, of a sense of abandonment to something higher, to higher knowledge. So what did Patanjali wrote? He wrote about the niyamas and the yamas. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the famous book, is a huge book like this. Sutras are like text. The Yoga Sutras are the classical yoga text. And it is mentioned of the 8 limbs of yoga, the 8 branches of yoga, or the 8 path of yoga, the 8 extension of yoga. Ashtanga. Ashtanga means the 8 limbs, the 8 branches. Ashtanga is the Sanskrit word. The 8 limbs that are steps or guideline in our life to guide us, to go in one direction, to be guided towards a higher understanding, related to moral and ethical conduct and self-discipline. The 5 yamas is the number 1. We have 8. So we will go through the 8 without the deep explanation, because the deep explanation we will go through it in each different video. We'll do 8 video related to the 8 steps. So today we just go over the 8, like basically to have a bigger picture that who is Patanjali, when Patanjali were living, where he was living in India, and how everything starts to improve according to the knowledge of yoga. Remember that the yogis and sadhus, they stay outside society. They didn't want to stay in the society. They were against it, so they just retrieve in the jungle, in the forest, with the animal kingdom, and they start to get in touch with the divine, breathing through the divine, listening the divine, often with the fire, because the fire is the protection in the night time from wild animals, but also the fire is a light, a guidance. Is a way of purification also. Everything you give to the fire, swaha, I just give myself to the fire. I give the vrittis, the chitta vrittis that I have inside of me, this old and trapped memory I have in my mind of doing the wrong things all the time, feeling so sad about it, feeling shamed about it. I take this rooted memory that I have inside of me and I give it to the fire as a purification. And Patanjali, I feel, knew already about all this. It is why he said, let's give to you, to me, to humanity, a way of stepping into it with clarity, with the guidance. Because I will not be there, says Patanjali, to guide you individually, one-to-one. So I will write everything. So the first limb or step is divided in 5. Is related to yama. And in yama we have ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. So it is said that ahimsa is the non-violence, and we will have a video only on non-violence. What does it mean? Why it's advised to live the life, to live my life, to live your life, to live our life, you and me together, out of violence. Then he thought about something else. He thought about satya or satyam. And he said, let's get in touch with truth, truthfulness. What is the meaning of truthfulness? How can I be true? How can you be true? How can I believe you? How can you believe me? True with what? With me? With you? With the divine? With the planet Earth I'm living in? And then he said, non-stealing, asteya, asteya, non-stealing. What can you steal? My pen? You want it, I give it to you. If you ask me, I give it to you. But if you steal it to me, then how can I write this? I will have to go a place to buy a new one. So it's making me uncomfortable if you steal something to me. And what is the feeling of stealing something to somebody? Am I okay with myself if I steal you something? I steal your rice because you've been cultivating and cleaning, and then putting in the bags, and suddenly I came in the night, I take the rice, I take it away. And you come in the morning and there's no more rice, no more food for the family. How would you feel? So Patanjali thought about this also, of non-stealing. This is related to oneself. The yamas are related to myself. And the niyamas is the conduct towards other people. But these are my rules. Each one rule, individual rules. And then he said, brahmacharya. The fourth is brahmacharya. Abstinence. In India we have 4 castes. The Kshatriyas, the Sudras, the Brahmins. And the Brahmins are like the higher caste. Brahmins are the priests. The one who are in touch with Brahma, God of creation, Vishnu, the God who sustained the universe, and Shiva is the reformer, the transformation. We live our life, we get into darkness, into death, and this is Shiva, transformation. Transformation of ourself also. So the Brahmin are related to Brahma, Brahmin. They usually wear white or yellow robes or clothes. They're very pure, and they could make love only in certain moment of the year. It's not like I'm getting home tonight from my work, I'm horny and I want to make love with you. No, the Brahmins, they had like dates, moment, prosperous moment, according to the calendar, the lunar calendar, the solar calendar. Some days, no, today is not appropriate to have sex, intercourses, physical touch, physical pleasure. And then the last one, aparigraha, yes, aparigraha is non-possessiveness. Everything, this is mine. Opa. And this also. Everything is mine. And for you, what? For you, I don't know. Maybe I can give you... I give you this one, the Scorpio. I put it there. Or maybe I don't give it to you. I keep it for me. I keep all for me, actually. 2,000 years ago, Patanjali, the sage, wrote about non-possessiveness. And what happened today in our society, 2020? Oh my God, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. We are very greedy in this moment of human being. This is a huge teaching, how to share, me with you, you with me. What to share? How much can I share? There's a lot of things to speak about non-possessiveness. But we will go through a unique video on it. Then the second is niyama, the niyamas. They are also divided in 5. And the first one is sausha. Sausha means cleanliness. What does it mean? Yeah, you wake up in the morning, what do you do? You go to the toilet, usually. Usually we go for pee. For poo also. But this is automatically. You're not thinking. You feel it and automatically you go for it. There is nothing to think about it because it's automatically. It's the physiological body who need to get rid of the residues that we have inside of us and get rid of it, the waste. But what else? Brushing the teeth or drinking coffee before? Drinking coffee? Ooh. Without drinking a glass of water before? Yeah, I like to start the day with a coffee and maybe a little bit of liquor in it, to give goosebumps in the morning early. So what is the cleanliness? How it is your daily cleansing your body? What do you clean? Yourself, you wash your clothes. How? There is in India, according to Ayurveda, the traditional Indian medicine, Ayurveda, there is a word, very important, dinacharya, and means the daily lifestyle. How do I clean myself daily? From the morning I wake up to the night, what I'm supposed to do with my physical body, with my physiological body, with the thoughts, with my emotions. Should I keep them or clean them? I get angry all day long. Should I sleep with it or there is a way to clean this also? I've been jealous today because you were talking to that guy and you make me, I go mad when I see you talking to another. Will you sleep with this emotion of jealousy inside of you? Or envy? Whatever emotion. Emotions, thoughts, physical disturbance, physical pain. Oh, I have this pain in my body. Would you go to sleep with this pain in your shoulder? Or will you do some yoga? To release it. Oh, I feel so good actually. Cleaning the toxins. We have toxins. So there goes Panchakarma, the famous Panchakarma, the 5 actions of cleaning the body, the physiological body. Then the second one is Santosha. And this is very funny name. I love it. Santosh or Santosha. I remember when I was in India, maybe how it is? wow, 13 years ago, something like this, 14 years ago. I was in an ashram up in the mountain, and ashram means community, where everyone is working for the next. Is no possessiveness in there. We try to get rid of and to work together as a group. So we were singing in the morning, singing in the nighttime, doing karma yoga, the action, the daily action, without expecting anything in change, without expecting anything to come to you and they say, oh, you was in the kitchen and you cut all the vegetables for all the people of the community of the ashram. Thank you, very good job. Karma yoga is not about this. Karma yoga, you do your job without thinking that, wow, a reward for me. Maybe you do it from the heart is better. You don't need then the reward. If you just be, in harmony, being in the kitchen and singing and being detached from anything, any feedback from other people. So santosh means contentment or satisfaction, being okay, not pretending so much of emotion, so much of desires. Feel balance. I eat with my friend, I'm content, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. And I remember about the story about the ashram in India. There were this Muniraj, this saint that gives us a name. So I was also without a spiritual name, and we were three guys, and the three of us went to see this figure, this man, and we asked for a Sanskrit name. He gave one to me, and he gave to the one beside me, he called him Santosha, like embodying the one who is always content, satisfied with life. I remember so well. And this is related to Santosh, my friend, Santosha, living in this state. Then we have tapas, austerity. Tapas means also commitment. I take a tapas today. What do you think? Tapas, Spanish tapa, in Granada, in Seville, in Andalusia, in south of Spain, you ask for a beer and they give you a little thing to eat, and they call it tapas. Can be a piece of bread with the tortilla, a piece of bread with the sausage, a little piece of sausage or chicken or whatever thing. If you're veg, you have a problem. If you're vegetarian, it's a little problem. But they have also with vegetable, probably something. So these are the tapas in south of Spain. This tapas is different. It's the tapas of today I commit not to eat tapas. I'm joking. Today I commit to do 10 sun salutation or 21 sun salutation. Or maybe this week I will commit all the week to do 21 moon salutation, Chandra. Instead of Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar. Tapas means taking a vow with oneself and say, during all week I will not eat meat, or I will walk half an hour at the forest every day. I will speak good. I will not criticize anyone. So you can go far with tapas. It's very, very, very good practice. Then we have the fourth of the niyamas, Svadhyaya. Svadhyaya. What a name. This is the dedication of the study. Basically what we are doing now, we are doing svadhyaya. Is to study something that is giving you higher understanding, higher knowledge, wisdom. Because to study something, usually study are good. The one who study, at least we put ourselves into studies. Out of being too much online, seeing many pictures or photos, or just having short time to read something and then we go with the mobile. Now, studying is really to go into it through meditation first, and if we can study music, study the letters of the music, of the sound. If it is a devotional sound, it is better. Or a lovely song, whatever song. And we study about computer, how computer works, studying about food, ahar. Ahar is the food, diet. Yeah, any studies. Studying is always good. To go into studies written by a sage, there's something more. It gives you that glimpse, that spark of wow. Remember that in the old days in India, there were nothing written. Only between you are the guru, I am the sannyasi, I am the devotee, because you are the elder, you are the one who kept the information, who kept the wisdom, the spirituality, the philosophy of life, because you received it when you were a young boy, you grew up, and now you are a wise woman, and I'm coming to you and to listen to what is the message of life that you can transmit. The elders teach the young people. So Svadhyaya today is going into the scriptures. Svadhyaya at that time, Svadhyaya were sitting here and you there as a guru, I'm listening, and you are transmitting me the knowledge through word. Maybe singing word, trespassing, giving me the knowledge. With other, we are a bunch of guys listening to you. Today we have books, we have technology, information. You can check in internet and get the information of what are the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. It's something to study it from the computer, it's something from the book, something from a video online, or direct experience. Of course, the direct experience is the number one. It's the best. And then in the second, Yama Niyamas, we have the 5. One is missing is Ishvara Pranidhara. And this is beautiful because it's just to surrendering, sorry for my English, surrendering to God. It has a long explanation down there, hidden in the back. This Ishvara Pranidhara is an amazing word to be clearly understood. So now we have the number 3 of the 8th stage, of the 8 limbs of yoga. We are to the third one, because the first and the second eye are divided in 5, each one. So the third is asana. After having my moral, ethical self-discipline towards myself, then I have it toward the external, toward the other person. Then I go into asanas, yoga posture, asana. And I start to investigate my body. Why my body? Why can I had a friend long time ago, he could put his thumb in here. I say, wow, how are you doing this? You know, it's just not possible. So asana is the study of this, the muscles, the tendons, the bones, the fluids that are in our body. What is my body? Made of flesh, skin. Why do you have a different skin than I? Because maybe you are a kapha person, or maybe you are a pitta. Oh, you don't like sun. Your skin is very sensitive. And vata love to be by the sun. Vata people. Vata, pitta, kapha, the three dosha, the Ayurvedic medicine. To understand what typology you are, what typology I am, in order to go into asana, yoga postures, with a higher understanding. Because we have yoga postures for vata, yoga postures for pitta, yoga postures for kapha. So according to your body, you try to understand what are the best yoga postures, asanas for you. Usually the best asanas are the most challenging. The one that, I don't want to go through this. And this is the one for you, to go through that one. Because it's there that you will understand something more about your body, about the limitations of your body. Remember that we have all sorts of limitation in our body, and this planet in here, Saturn, is the planet who gives physical limitation. It brings in obstacles, because Saturn is the one who is ruling the joints and articulation in our body. And we have a lot of articulation joint in our body. And usually the tension is in my back, my spinal cord, my neck, my knee. I cannot sit like this. You sit like this, crossing legs in Siddhasana, and then when you get out from the posture, what happened to me? This is Saturn impact. Saturn coldness, rigidity, stiffness in our body. So we need to help ourselves, we need to help Saturn to get rid of so much accumulation of. Then turn your head. I can turn my head only like this, I cannot go like this. It's too much tension in the neck. When it's too much tension in the neck, then there is stomach start to close. Too much in the neck, tension in the neck, jaw problem, mandibula. I start to have pain in here. And when this is blocked, then I have teeth problem. The trigemino, the nerve, the important nerve, is coming here and here and here, and is trapped in between two vertebrae because of rigidity, too much like this, and working too much like this. Let it fall. Stretch, release, breathe through life. Asana is a breath of life, through the postures, understanding the postures. And once you get to master some of the postures of yoga, you sit in Stiram Shukam Asanam, means the right posture for you. I will sit myself in here. I don't think you can see it, but like this I'm comfortable. I have a pillow on my bum, and I sit like this. My spine is straight, my body is, I will sit like this. And from that moment, when I have Stiram Shukam Asanam, the right position, after practicing asanas, yoga postures, I can sit comfortably, no disturbance. For at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. All day sitting. Vipassana, the famous 10 days of retreat of Vipassana, that you stay seated all day long. Then you go to pranayama. Number 4, Stiram Shukam Asanam, I find my posture, and now I can start to breathe. Doing the you go into the kriyas, the cleanliness, cleansing our toxins, emotional toxins, physiological toxins, physical toxins. Our body releases every day thousands of cells that they are died. They died, the cells. But are they in my body, or should I release them? Should I poo them or should I pee? But some of them, they're stuck. They don't move. Toxins. Cells who died. And in the organs, if too many cells are stuck together, they died, and they stay there without breathing, start to smell bad. And this creates disease. Disease in my liver, in my pancreas, everywhere in my body. Toxins in India, in Ayurveda, we call it ama. Ama means toxins. More toxin we have in our body through food, thoughts, wrong understanding, of life, pollution, the surrounding where I live in a big city. I get out from my house, I smell, it's the same smell I have in my balcony. So anyway, you will get, polluted by it. So we accumulate pollution, toxins, and then we get sick. Yeah, we get sick because our body cannot stand anymore too much darkness, too much of suffering, too much of anger, too much of jealousy, because all those emotions brings toxins inside of us. Remember that to be fearful, this is why I say fear, darkness, you create toxins inside of you, because you don't trust from the heart. You don't remember God. You all the time rely on material things. I don't have this, I don't have that. Then you get scared about life and you forget about the divine. Ishvara Pranidhara. Ishvara Pranidhara, we saw it before, means remembering God. It's important to remember God. Not you are in the airplane and the airplane is crashing, And only at that time you start to pray, oh please, please, no, no, oh, please God help me, we're going to die. It's better to remember God before, all your life. You live as you die, and you will die as you have lived your life. It is why we need some understanding, some knowledge, how to behave, the conduct, the guideline, what are the steps or guideline of moral and ethical conduct, self-discipline in my life. To live the life more and to go towards death. How do you want to live your life? This is the question. This is one of the questions. Very important of Indian philosophy, Indian beliefs. Karma, reincarnation, past life, to born again. What do you want to carry within you once you die? What is the legacy you want to leave to your soul, to keep in the next life, in the astral world, before coming and born again, like a baby with all your genes from past life? What do you want to give to yourself for the next life? A good memory of it? Or, fuck, I'm an angry person. This is the wiseness of these teachings. Try to understand that life is not only, I live as I don't give a shit. I live my life and that's it, I don't look to you if I'm hurting other people. No, this is part of it. Non-stealing, non-hurting other people, not possessing your things, the people things, non-violence, saying the truth, be truthful to yourself. And then keeping the conduct towards yourself, being clean. Because if I don't wash, I sit next to you, I smell bad, you don't like it. I smell bad not only physically, I smell bad from my mouth. And you can understand, according to Ayurveda, when you check the tongue of a person, you say, open your mouth, can I see your tongue? And you can understand how toxic that person is or not, just by looking the tongue. So to kiss a person that smells, oh my God, what did you eat today? It's not today, it's the days before, and this is full of, accumulation of toxins that you never get rid of them, You never did a vomit. I need to vomit something. I have enough. Vamana. Ayurveda speaks about Vamana. Or Shankaplakshalana is to drink water with salt. And you drink 10 liters of water with salt and you shit it. You shit water. You shit poo first and then you shit water until this is your intestine is a little bit cleaner. So you remove toxins. It's very difficult to live next to a person who is full of shit. Yes, it's very difficult. And you know it because you see it. So how do you want to be in touch with the world, with other persons? At least be clean yourself. If you don't want to clean, you don't want to clean, but at least I want to get rid as much as possible of dirt inside of me. Because I want to die also in another way. I want to live my life in another way. And then after the pranayama, the breathing, so we sit comfortably. We have pratyahara, and pratyahara is the withdrawal of the 5 senses. What I hear, what I see, what I smell, what I touch, I get out of temptation, I get out of too much desire, too much looking, too much hearing, to enter in pure silence. I'm in silence. I can listen inside of me what happened. I go deeper. deeper. I'm here in that place that I not see, I not hear. Just close like this. This is one yoga posture. You close your eyes, you close your ears, you close your nose, you close your mouth. And you stay like this. Techniques. Try it. It's very interesting. You close everything. You will feel something inside of you. And from that place of pratyahara, abstinence of the five senses, you enter in that space of dharana. Next. Dharana is the concentration, where your mind is not full of vrittis, of the fluctuation, coming with memory and imagination and fantasy word and remembering this and that, where the mind is in constant movement like the sea when it's really removed. How can you think about, no, you don't have clarity when it's like this. But after sitting, breathing, withdrawing the five senses, you enter in dharana, which is concentration. And there is some exercises for concentration, Trataka is like gazing to a fixed point on the wall or the flame of the candle, and you look there without blinking, and you stay there like this. And you enter in concentration. You avoid too many thoughts. Better listen what happened inside of you, and finding that a moment of peace inside of my mind, of too many thinking, too many projection, too many imagination, too many fantasy, too much memory, too much recalling this and that and this. Oh man, give me a break. Fuck. Dharana. You concentrate your attention. And if you're lucky, then you go to dhyana, number 7. Dhyana is start to enter in silence, deep silence. Embracing is not really the meditation. Dhyana is the higher understanding. You're here and you can see, you can hear God, you can be in touch with the higher consciousness. To understand this is bigger than my thought, my fantasy, my desires, my angriness, my jealousy, my envy, there is something higher. And this you start to get really in touch with Atman. Atman is your individual soul. Wow, that silence. And then you connect the individual soul with the cosmic soul, the Brahman, the Purusha, the Shiva consciousness. And if you're lucky, you enter in Samadhi. Samadhi is from Sahasrara chakra. You open your Sahasrara chakra, like a petal, like a lotus flower of 10,000 petals, and you completely embrace the illuminate state. Samadhi means santosha, get enlightened, completely out of the body, out of the emotion, out of the intellect, out of everything. You become one with the one, like Buddha, get enlightened. This is the state of Samadhi. I've never been there. I'm working towards it. By understanding this, how many steps there is to get to the Buddhahood, to the Buddha understanding. Buddhahood means being here, present, completely serene, peaceful. I'm not here anymore. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm not the emotion. just one with the divine. So let's close our eyes just for 2 minutes, with your back straight. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Relax your shoulders. And from that place inside of you, from the witness of your life, from the Atman, from the individual soul, in that cave, in that cocoon, in your heart, you find peace, you find silence, and you connect yourself through the top of your head, like a lotus flower opening. You embrace God, Shiva, the Grand Spirit, as you want to call it. And you stay there, nourishing yourself, giving a break to yourself, able to understand and to listen what is inside of you, the Atman, the individual soul. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmukshiyam Amritate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Grab your hands, create heat. Put the palms of your hands in front of your eyes and feeling and receiving the energy of the divine light, warming light, life force, nourishing. And slowly open your eyes. Remove your hands from the eyes. We are here, hands together, in Namaskar Mudra in front of your heart. Thank you for your attention. Bole Baba ki Jai.